Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. This reading is for Taurus, predictions for 2020. Please note that this is a general reading, so it may not resonate with everybody. Take what resonates with you and leave what does not. If you are cross-watching for somebody else, please note that the energies may be swapped as I am tuning in to the general energies. So use your intuition to understand who is who in the situation. I will start by taking out 4 cards that explain the energy for Taurus. Okay, the 5 of Pentacles in reverse. The Page of Cups in reverse. The Page of Wands in reverse. The 5 of Cups. And the 8 of Swords. Alright. So this represents the beginning of April. So the end of March, beginning of April period. So let's start with the 5 of Pentacles in reverse. Alright, so this indicates, in reverse it indicates loss or regret or remorse. In terms of loss, I feel like given the current situation of what's happening in the world, perhaps it's got to do with your job, you're earning less, or you've been laid off, your investments are not doing too well. It could also be that you regret a certain situation. It talks about a time where you're isolated, and I think, it's like what's currently happening in the world, but the card indicates how dark and cold winter can be. However, it is a reminder that spring, which is growth, and growth represents opportunities and possibilities, is just around the corner. So this is just starting out in the month, and I don't think it's too bad. It's just your starting energy, which is what I see. Alright, then we have the Page of Cups in reverse. So whenever I see Page of Cups, especially from this deck, it tells me that you have intuitive abilities, you have spiritual gifts, and you need to immerse yourself in your intuition, your empathy, your clairvoyance, or whatever psychic abilities that you have. It also may symbolize a student at the beginning of their studies. However, you got this card in the reverse position, which is telling me that you're ignoring your intuition and your psychic gifts. So if you have any spiritual gifts, now is not the time to ignore it. You're refusing to acknowledge that you have these gifts. If that's not the case, then it's telling me that beginning of April, end of March, perhaps is a situation where you're not trusting your intuition. Perhaps you're second guessing, you're asking everybody else for help, but you're not going within and asking yourself. And the most important thing is, whatever the situation is, the best answer comes from within. So don't ignore your intuition on this situation. For some of you, it could also talk about refusing to commit to any studies or any new skills that you're learning. Okay. Five of Cups. So the Five of Cups, it's telling me that at the beginning of April, you're feeling dissatisfied, you're pessimistic, and it's understandable given what's happening in the world right now. It's like you're not looking at the gifts that you do have, so you're not being grateful. Like, you have 5 cups, 3 have fallen, and you're mourning over these 3 cups, but you still have 2 full cups. So why are you upset? Why are you not grateful for those 2 cups? It's telling me that at the beginning of April, your disappointment, your moodiness, this feeling of no gratitude is taking over your life. You're focused on things that you cannot have, or things that will not be viable in the long term. And although that feels terrible now, it's not such a bad thing, because you have 2 other options or more options that are great. So this is telling me that at the beginning of April, it's an advice to stop being melodramatic and look around yourself carefully. You still have options, you still have opportunities. So tap into the element of water and, wash away your sadness. Like, it's not like you can't refill the cups. Look at the river or the sea behind you. It's so simple to just pick up these 3 cups and refill them. So it's just saying that get out of this feeling of pessimism. Alright, then we have the Page of Wands in reverse. So the Page of Wands, it's in reverse. It does speak about gossip in the workplace. Perhaps some colleagues or friends are talking badly about you. It speaks about rumors and innuendos. It can also speak about bad news. Alright, and that's end of March, beginning of April. However, remember, this card is associated with fire mostly, and earth as well. So you could be dealing with a fire sign. I'm getting a message that it could be an Aries, Sagittarius, Capricorn that you're dealing with. Yeah. Alright, and then the next card you have is the 8 of Swords. Alright, so this card is telling me that you feel that there's a restriction, you feel trapped, but it also tells me that you're overreacting about the situation, like we were talking about. You're wallowed in sadness when you can just refill 3 cups or be grateful for those 2. Like, you're feeling trapped, but things are not as bad as they seem. I do see some fear as well. Yeah, so that's beginning of April or end of March. Moving forward, you have the Knight of Swords. So that just tells me, any fear that you had here, there's no more fear. It's gone. Now you have courage and you're moving forward. And you're just going to keep moving forward and make a lot of progress with this Knight of Swords. Okay. This Knight of Pentacles, for me, it speaks about, reaping the success of the progress you made from the Knight of Swords. So now I feel like that is a monetary value. So whatever project you were working on, it has now manifested throughout April. But let's get some more cards and see what's in store near the end of April. Alright, universe, can you please give us guidance or tell us what's going to happen throughout April, near the end of April? Okay. So we have the King of Swords in reverse. We have the Two of Pentacles in reverse. We have the Two of Swords. I won't take all the cards because I'll just take the first few that fell off. Alright, I see. Wow. There was a similar reading for Aries actually, but it's very interesting how everybody has something very similar going on through these times. Let's talk about this King of Swords in reverse. Alright, so the King of Swords, it speaks of an authority figure, and since it's in reverse, it's telling me that this person is judgmental, they're arrogant, they're domineering, they're unkind, and they're dangerous. Astrologically, it's associated with an Aquarius, so you could be dealing with an Aquarius or any other air sign. Alright, or an air sign man that you're dealing with. For some of you, I'm getting the message that you may have a demanding boss who demands too much from you should you have to work at home during these times. I feel like you're gonna have to put through somebody who's very domineering and unkind during these times. I also feel like this person doesn't want to give you any information, so like if you're dealing with a colleague or somebody from university or a boss, they don't want to give you information on what you need to know. They don't want to help you. You see how they're holding that book very closely to themselves. It's like they only care about themselves, and I feel like most of you who this applies to know who I'm talking about, but you're going to have to put through this person. And then we have the Two of Pentacles in reverse. So I feel like this person is somebody you have to deal with, okay? And this is referring to this person. So the Two of Pentacles, it usually speaks about partnerships. However, it's in reverse, so it speaks about a partnership that is unfair. So perhaps this person is being unfair to you throughout April. Or it speaks about an imbalance of power. So this person could be coercively using their power against you. But it's a very unhappy partnership is what I'm seeing. Alright. Then we have the Two of Swords, and as you can see, there's combat. And if you kind of look here, this guy wearing purple is similar to this guy wearing purple. So it just shows like you two fighting. A lot of conflict with this person throughout April. However, I feel like this person might have underestimated what you could do, which brings, the strength. They underestimated your strength. Remember, you're the bull, Taurus. You're a bull. And perhaps they don't know that, but you can put on a fight, and they had no idea how strong you were. I feel like this person might have been a bully to you in a very long time, and although you are a calm person, you are relaxed, you don't let people mess with you, Taurus. You put on a fight, and it's not easy to beat a Taurus. So this person who underestimated you, is now suffering the consequences of fighting with you, having a conflict with you, and you're a strong opponent and you're standing your ground. You're not letting anybody take advantage of you, which is beautiful. Alright, then we have the Princess of Cups in reverse. Alright, so it's just saying that like usually you would enjoy the little things in life, like you see how she's smelling the flowers and she's enjoying nature and things like that. Since it's in reverse, it's saying that you don't have the time in April to enjoy the little things, or at least maybe you have time but you don't feel like you do. You feel very constrained and restricted. Like it also speaks that perhaps because you might have to self-isolate during this time, that you won't be able to go outside. I'm getting that message also. Alright, then we have the Three of Cups. The Three of Cups talks about celebration. So whatever rivalry you went through with this guy, you've triumphed. You have the strength and you've triumphed, and now you're celebrating because you can see the plants at the bottom that are fertile. Your dreams, your goals, they came true, and it's time for celebration. Alright, so then the Ten of Cups speaks about, I feel like a lot of you will have a lot of time to spend with your family, and you'll be very happy about this. For others, it speaks about being very happy where you are career-wise. Alright, so I just want to speak about the card underneath Strength. It's just another card saying that whatever you were going through with this person, you're victorious because you come out as the King of Pentacles. And I feel like this was a work-related matter. For some of you, it will be regarding something different, but you come out abundant and happy through this because of your strength. So this kind of explains April for the Taurus people out there. Let's see if there are any messages from the universe for you, an affirmation or a nice little message for Taurus in April. Universe, please give us a message for Taurus in April. I choose to learn through love. That's beautiful. So, for many of you, I was saying that you were kind of you weren't using your intuition, you weren't trusting your intuition. If any of you had clairvoyance or spiritual gifts, you were kind of ignoring it. You were neglecting your studies. And also with this person, whatever you had to learn through this person, who I feel was once your or is your superior, they didn't want to share the knowledge with you. However, you chose to learn. You chose to learn those things yourself, and you love every second of it. Yeah, that's what I'm getting, yeah, so let's take another card to try see what it says. It says, I am unapologetic about what I desire, and I trust that what I focus on will grow. Yeah, that's beautiful. So, you focused on learning what you had to learn, and it grew. And that's why at the end of this, you came out with the King of Pentacles, because it grew, and it's, there's abundance through it. Okay. Let's get a romance card out for you. So, this wasn't really a romance reading. I felt like it was very career-wise, but let's see what's going on in your romantic life, Taurus. Universe, what's going on in Taurus's romantic life in April? Universe, what is going on? past life relationship. So if you're dealing with somebody, it could be a past life relationship, or it could be perhaps somebody you've known for a very long time. Let's see, let's get one more card. Oh, okay. How many fell out? Okay. Release your ex. Okay, so if it's somebody who you've known before, then it could speak of your ex, and perhaps this is a message that you need to release this person. If not, it's saying that you need to release this person so that this new person can come in. Alright? And reconciliation. Okay, so for some of you, you're gonna reconcile with somebody that you've known before, or your ex is coming back. Yeah. Okay, so for some of you, I feel like your ex is coming back and you're gonna reconcile, and for some of you, I feel like you're gonna release your ex to be with somebody else. Yeah. Alright. So that's the reading for Taurus for April 2020. I hope it resonated with you. If it did, please like, comment, subscribe. It does help out my channel. And I will see you for the next reading, Taurus. Thank you.